following is a presentation of TFNN. The Global Market Pulse with your host, John Logan. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, John Logan.
Hi guys, welcome back to the show. Hope you guys are having a good Friday morning. And I'm actually headed down to Corolla, that place I was telling you about this weekend, to check things out. If you guys were watching the show yesterday. Here's Apple. So I'm looking forward to that. Hope you guys got some cool things planned. Weather's finally breaking, seemingly. They're saying it's going to be hotter than normal for the next couple of months. That's our weather update on TFNN. Here's Apple. Man, disturbing. I hate this. But you know what? The good news is, again, these things keep me from shorting past battle points that I may have looked at before until we again have a chance to play defense again. Here's the weekly, here's the daily. And the daily, we got past that weekly. That was kind of the big number that I was planning on leaning against. And then the kind of the horses out of the barn on the long side. And there's really not a lot of reasons that you can get short this right now. You got to take your medicine, take the stops, and then wait patiently until we have a chance to do it again. But I will admit, here's the 240s here. This has been a heck of a run. No short-term breakdowns here. But, this stock is obviously news-driven to heck right now with the iPhone 7 situation. So, again, if you deem it necessary to short this thing, you just need to sit tight. That's what these profiles are about. Just, again, not hanging on to things, not things are too high, not things are too low. Yeah, I hear you, Duffy. He says Samsung blew it. Greater than expected dollars for iPhone 7. Yeah, that's all over the internet. You guys can check that news out, fundamentally speaking. But technically speaking, not yet. So, that being said, let's move to a couple other things. Let's Wells Fargo watch. Actually, kind of gapped down yesterday, gave you some points and then reversed back. But considering, you got to kind of look at this as we've been talking about yesterday, that the other shoe probably is going to drop here. Some federal indictments might be coming down the pipe. You never know. They could come in and pay a little bit more of a rounding error type fine, and hey, it's all over. But when you look at these situations like we talked about yesterday, had kind of shown some relative weakness already. So you got a couple of things in your camp here. But the thing I wanted to say is you also need to understand that, God knows how many mortgages are held at Wells Fargo, things like that, and they're actually kind of a parent mortgage holder for other mortgage situations. So again, they're not going to go out of business, but I think some more fallout's going to happen here, fundamentally speaking. So that's going to affect things. Here's the S&P. I was trying to use that 2033 again yesterday, but the DMZ and the breadth, and here's the daily. Here's that 2042 area up here. So you had kind of a long-term DMZ there. I just took the medicine and tried it again a little higher at 2042. And why was I doing that personally is because when we, kind of look at what the internals are doing relative to the scanner, I'm going to get that on the screen over here in 2 seconds. Dead air. You got to love it. Just kidding. Here we go. So let me get it over here. I'm looking at the long-term breadth situation here. We've got some new profiles attempting to appear as of yesterday's close down here. Let me talk about that for a bit. 107 stocks. So I think we're still going to stay negative here. And again, going into those areas yesterday, we were pretty long-term negative breath still, and that means it's, again, the internals, the inflection points on the S&Ps. It's okay to be short, not okay to be long type situation. And we've got a new profile that on the S&Ps itself on the December contract that appeared yesterday. So what do you do now? I'm still a fan of shorting resistance areas. And here's the 240s. You kind of gotten back down below this 2030, 2031, 2032, 2131 to 33 area. And we kind of rallied back up into that. So, I'm still a fan of trying to pick the battles on the short side of here for a number of reasons. The bean trade that we talked about, that did hit that target up top, 52.53, on that kind of contra trend bounce yesterday that we were speaking about November beans. Our automated systems kind of took that, put it in the pocket too. There's the noise area, and the reason that was a very short-lived trade for me was because I'm just terrified to get mixed up on what the real reason to trade beans is right now. And that contra trade, there's that target area that we talked about, 52.53, and that's the way that bounces. Okay, so that trade's over. Not a big fan of playing around with beans on the long side at all. So that's the drill there. Okay, so we're seeing charts. Everything's cool in the den. Just saw that message. Paul, we're good? Checking with the dinners here, making sure we're projecting. We're not going to talk about Wilford Brimley today as a gift to the people in the den. Here, unless you want to, we can talk about Wilford Brimley the whole hour if you'd like. Here's the situation on gold. This is why, again, looking at the levels and trying to block out one side of the marketplace. I'm still a big fan of being long gold. Talked about waiting until we kind of cleared or got a daily close. This is our dailies on gold, getting back above 31, 33. And 1309, 1310 is down here. Again, we're just trying to find, got down to 1312 yesterday. So, and here's the long term on the weekly. There's that 1295, 1296. So, you've got areas you can either clear and buy the breakout, or you can buy the support. So right now we're just kind of swimming around, and not an area that I can play defense personally on when we're in that type of scenario. So we never cleared it. I'm just sitting tight, and I don't think we've gotten down as low as we probably could here to buy support. So we'll be right back, guys.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile-based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com.
Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen, live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den, absolutely free, for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. John takes your phone calls. Now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Hi guys, welcome back to the show. And Paul in the den, WFC is a buy here. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that. That's my opinion. May have some kind of little moves up here, but I think we've got some fundamental news coming. But you know, my on that note, and not to just belabor the Wells Fargo topic, you know, my own sister's worked. She worked for short story here, the First Union, the Wachovia takeover, and then the Wells Fargo. She's still hanging in there, and she watches the show every once in a while, and she kind of called me and said, hey kid, you might want to lay off the bank there. She's been there 24 years. So I said, well, you know what, I'll do some friendly advertising then. I mean, they do give you nice gifts like this little bag here that it's relatively thin plastic. And it's a nice present for the extra fees that they cost. And of course, a bottle hugger, and those are lofty priced items that I'll just put aside right now that really make up for everything over there. It's it's kind of a give and take thing. So you got to take the good with the bad. I think we've got a caller, Larry. I think his name is Larry. Larry, are you there?
Hi, John. How are you?
Doing all right. How are you?
Hey, I'm still above ground. Hey, listen, I wanted to apologize yesterday because I typed in a comment about when you were talking about Wells Fargo. I said, you got to change your meds. I was saying it as a joke, but evidently some folks didn't think that way. Everybody knows you've been on electric shock therapy. I mean, it wasn't. Hey, John,
Yeah.
Why don't we talk about the fact that, you know, that J.P. Morgan paid $19 billion in fines and not anybody even spent a night in jail?
I know. I hear you. It's really, I mean, it's astonishing. I mean, like how me and you walk around, if I, you know, even recite half of a credit card number to somebody else, we get thrown in federal prison for 10 years, you know? I mean, what in the world is, how does this happen? I mean...
Yeah, it's a sign of the times, unfortunately. I just wanted to say you're doing a great job. Keep it up, and enjoy listening to you each day.
Thanks, Larry. That means a lot coming from you, of course.
See you later, buddy.
All right, man. We'll talk to you soon. Okay. Thanks. Okay, so that's awesome. When Larry calls in, it is awesome. That guy, man, that show is incredible that he does every day. And now that I've kind of made amends with my sister and done some free advertising for Wells Fargo with a twist, we're going to keep moving forward. This is Kohl's. This is a stock that I looked at in the scanner. And the reason, it's kind of uptrend support. It had kind of broken out. I'm not a huge fan of buying the retailers. That's just a sad situation, the way Amazon and everybody else on the net has kind of caved that whole thing in. There's a lot to say about that. But it was in this uptrend support area. I think it's still in there. Yeah, there's KSS. Reason being, got top on the weekly. Well, come on. Here's the weekly. And the reason this was kind of on my radar screen, kind of did a little dipsy-do yesterday and kind of rallied back up a little bit in that noise area on the 42 area here. But that profile appearing below price actions on the long term is pretty serious. I mean, that's a decent sign there. You might want to keep your eye on this one. Let's see here. JCPenney. That's actually, somebody's asking about that in the den on the in the spirit of retailers. Man, this is sad. I grew up with JCPenney. There's just a cool neighborhood department store. There used to be. Here's the long term on JCPenney. Let's just back up for a little bit. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know what they can do. Fundamentally speaking, technically, yeah, I think you got better things to put mental capital towards on this one than this one. So that's really my idea there, Terry. I don't see any upside or downside there. I mean, if you forced me to trade it, I'd probably look for areas to sell it again. But that's the deal on JCPenney. Let's take a look at the notes. I'm still. It's amazing how these things have held up. The 10-year. We're going to take a look at the dollar situation. I like stops below 95 on this one, of course. Been talking about that one. Let's take a look at copper really quick. This was something that somebody had asked about, and then we're looking for that weekly close. It continues to edge up here, but we're really looking for that weekly close above that 214.05 area, and then that may be able to be looked at as support to move higher, actually. And I really like, this is copper here kind of breaking out on the daily first. And I hope we might be, I've got two friends that are in the financial business that one of them might be able to come on today, but definitely one by Monday. One of them's, he works for Recognia. He's worked there for a long time, a big company that was bought out recently. What their business model is, and they only do firm deals. So like they supply the framework to another big broker dealer like Ameritrade or BNP Paribas or whatever, kind of a web presence that gives people trading ideas. And I wanted to kind of pick his brain and let you guys hear kind of that side of the fence from a technology kind of broad offering. They've got about 130 global firm customers, and they do well. I think their minimum monthly charge to those customers is like 35-40 grand, so you can kind of do the math there. But had some great information, and a lot of folks use their framework. The other one is a friend of mine out of South Africa, and I wanted to bring him in to talk about. And he had a product he sold to Bank of America back in 2003, a trading product. But I wanted to bring him on to talk about the mining situations in South Africa right now. So hopefully in the next, maybe today, but definitely by Monday, we'll have one of those guys on. Okay. Let's take a look at another one here. Just hit the XLF really quick. Again, that 2358 is kind of the big number down there on the XLF. I had an email about that one. And as Larry brought up JP Morgan, we've got to take a look at it. This is, I mean, these guys can do no wrong as far as, if, paying large fines and doing the math. We've talked about this to kind of cover the fine via criminal activity. It is what it is. And JP Morgan's really, I mean, we talked about this actually yesterday, 65.96, 66, defending it. If you want to look at some strong stocks, this is one of them, folks. And this is not the pairs trade kind of bringing back to some mean reversion thing against Wells Fargo. This is strong. Wells Fargo speaking. We'll be right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
If you're looking to discover a new financial resource and diversify your financial portfolio, consider the new Market Safe Focused Commodity CD from Everbank. This 5-year U.S. dollar-denominated CD gives you exposure to 6 equally weighted commodities, including gold, silver, copper, nickel, soybeans, and sugar, in one powerful CD. With annual pricing caps of 50% per component, you could earn up to a 50% upside payment at maturity if the commodities increase in value across annual pricing dates. And should the opposite occur, your principal is 100% protected. Keep in mind, returns are based on CD performance. There is no annual percentage yield or periodic rate of interest on this index CD. Don't miss out. Take advantage of this financial resource designed to grow with the times. The October 13th funding deadline will be here before you know it. So hurry over to everbank.com/TFNN for the CD's term sheet and other important product details and disclosures. Once again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. This advertisement is sponsored content. Everbank is a member FDIC.
Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Wherever it's coming from, we got to get rid of it. Look at this, Ted.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Barney.
Yo.
Open 14 and 15.
You can't do that, Jack.
Open them, Barney.
Jack, you can't do it. The book says you can't do it.
We're almost up to the steam lines.
Oh, Lord.
These flashing lights are called an
That was Wilford Brimley from a movie. What was that movie? That bank's good enough for me. It's good enough for you. I'm going to get sued. China Syndrome was the movie. Here we go. Let's get back to business. eBay. We talked about this. This is, I had a couple emails about this. Is it gone too high? Is it time to turn around? Really showing some incredible relative strength here on the weekly and the daily. And there's the coals of the world right there too. So what I did is I just wanted to see what was kind of swimming around the weekly unfair highs on some of these equities in the S&P 500. Let's let Qualcomm, maybe a breakout opportunity there. These are kind of long situations, to say the least. There's Cisco just not wanting to come down. And if you have any market rallies, a lot of these stocks that have been strong are going to just kind of lift, and hopefully these are the ones that the market falls off. You want to try to look at that strength weakness type situation. May be able to increase your odds, as we talk about a lot on this show. Probably too much, but we are a big fan of mitigating the risk and being able to play defense. Here's Hewlett-Packard right back to the recent highs there. So I got to take a look at that. The best of Imus Wilford Brimley Christmas. I never saw that. Okay, so again, taking a look at the ETF profile heat grid, this is another indicator for me. There's no baskets of stocks within these 9 major ETFs that are showing any type of breadth, profile, strength on the intermediate even. So this is our daily ranking system. So don't want to get people too short-minded, but not a lot of things looking too rosy here on the long side. So the reason I'm showing you that is because going back to the relative strength weakness situation, things on their lows go lower, folks, and things on their highs go higher. So I always try to keep that in mind. Nothing's on sale. So things that are in strong downtrend mode here relative to profiles, there's quite a few of them. And, you can take a look at some of them. Clorox. We talked about CLX. This is our daily breaking down. Really no end in sight in this thing. Taking a look at a couple other ones. Fossil, we've been kind of, talking about this one, shorting as it rallies back into 32.22. Again, getting below dailies now. That's your new lid on it, 27.86. Fossil is a company that's kind of the gift that keeps on giving. Not an exciting trade, but again, boring is good. Lowe's. Another one to keep your eye on. Starbucks. Again, breaking down the weekly, and then kind of there's that area to play defense here, 54.92 on Starbucks. I think we look, well, let's see here. Couple of technical breakdowns on some of these stocks on the weeklies, which was kind of nice. Let's take a look at Gilead. I'm looking at this as a short opportunity again at 78.84 on Gilead. Trading, I think this is a real print. 78.64 this morning, printing. Excuse me. Let's hit the currencies really quick. Give some updates on that. Canadian dollar becoming more devalued right now. Obviously, oil's kind of slumping off. And the oil, well, where's my charts? Okay. Let's hit the scanner for that. Let's go into the Forex section because my e-signal is wound up there. Wow. Interesting. All right. Let's take a look at the not the charts like an e-signal. We're going to take a look at the Aussie dollar here. $74.78 below stops on that one. I'm a big fan of being long this, as you know. Let me see if our e-signal's working yet. Yep, here we go. So here's the British pound. Talked about this one getting a close back above 132.53 or being able to catch a bid on 130.19. So this is kind of a no trade right now. I'm a little bit bigger fan of being long this, so I'm trying to block out the short side on the British pound. The yen, like this from the long side. And there's your base there, 101.34, as it was, as we talked about yesterday. Euro, still kind of short-minded on this one with the hedge. You guys know about that. Here's the daily. I think you got a chance to play defense above 112.48, 49 now on the short side on the euro. Where's your targets? Initially 111.43, and then I hope a lot lower, 109. Get our other thing up here. Here we go. God, they're slow. The charts are slow this morning, guys. Sorry about that. IBM, this weekly close is going to be pretty important for this one if you're looking to trade this one. Getting below this area was kind of a stop out for me on the long side. Getting down into this area on the close last Friday was pretty important. But, weekly close back in the balance area, I would consider this one of the strong stocks. Amazon proving itself to nothing to be shorted here, edging up into this 773, 774 area. Any type of market move up, this thing's going to probably be spring loaded, to say the least. Let's go back into the scanner. Let's look quickly at stocks that were breaking out yesterday. Let's take a look at Amgen. Actually, let's don't take a look at Amgen. Let's take a look at Facebook. So, again, not the one to be shorting. Talked about this religiously. Support now 126.32 as of last week, and then kind of coming back and retesting that area. Don't try to be a hero with this stock. There's zero reasons to short it, guys. We'll be right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com. Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Okay, guys, taking a look at breakouts again. Yahoo, kind of amazing situation here. So, again, relative strength. This is our weeklies. This is our scanner charts here. This is the daily kind of regulation of that trade. So coming down into support the other day, 42.36. You can see this stuff real time. And the way to do that would be to just do a little sort right here, trading above profiles and bottom. So this will populate real time as candidates come into the scene, i.e. Yahoo in that case. So let's just take a look at this one thing that looked that way on the close yesterday, and here we go. Trading above profiles, coming down into maximum support. Real easy. Trading's easy. Everybody should make a lot of money all the time. I'm just kidding. It's a numbers game. I mean, really, a lot of people, try to turn trades into long-term investments if they don't work out. Larry, Tom, Steve, Basil, the whole, everybody will tell you, that's a dangerous game. And if you have a game plan for trading, stick with it. It's okay to take stops. And I'm going to show you something really quick. These are some of the stats on some of the things that we've been running. The percent profitable is 50%. The risk reward here, since it's pretty active, is about 1.3 to 1 on this system. It's trading 6 products. But again, look at this. I mean, 50% is knocking the skin off the ball as far as I'm concerned on being percent profitable trades. So, you're not going to have a 45-degree P&L curve. In fact, if somebody shows you a system that just looks like a 45-degree P&L curve, and the hypothetical results are, the guy's going to get the cheerleader at the end of the movie, and everything's going to work out. Just don't walk, just run away from that situation. It's that's the Holy Grail. And Larry just stated in the den, we love Bernie. Yeah, he's actually right down the road here, Larry. And I've thought about, visiting him and maybe shooting a spitball at him through the fence or something. But he's actually down at Butner, North Carolina. There's a medium federal correctional institution there. And I will drop by and we'll talk about the 45-degree P&L curve. I mean, can you imagine? I mean, what did the guy have? He had talking about Bernie. He had what was it? Somewhere like 9 to 12% a year, like locked in. Not a lot of volatility off those numbers for decades, right? For over a decade. If anybody's got the stats on that. That's pretty incredible, especially in 2008. 25 years. My God. And you know that guy, what's his name? The actor, Kevin Bacon. Didn't he get mixed up in that? Lost everything? I mean, that's sad. You just you leave everything in, and it's supposedly growing a very consistent nest egg. And then all of a sudden, man, that's awful. I hate that. Anyway, international paper. Alex Baldwin, he was in it. I thought it was Kevin Bacon. I thought that's why Kevin Bacon started working hard again. He was already working hard. He was in every movie known to man. They had that game, what it was, 7 Degrees of Kevin Bacon or something. We're way off track now. International paper. This is one we talked about. Profile appearing below price action. Had a little bit of noise here. I really like this stock. Safety play, all things considered. Relative strength, 47.70. I'm glad you brought that up. It's a nice little trade. Weeklies take precedence over dailies. Here's a daily. They both got mixed up in that? Yeah. We're not going to bring up another futures-related problem company. Ooh. That was wild. Whatever happened to that guy, Larry? What was his name? Tom Weisendorf? Or maybe Larry can call in again. I forgot his name. Anyway, Johnson & Johnson kind of got back up into the first area yesterday, 118.63. I don't think this is over for Johnson & Johnson on the way down. Kind of broke technically on the weekly, as you can see. Caught that offer right there. Rejected 120.54. I think you got a chance to short this again, 118.63 like we have talked about. The S&Ps, just to kind of revisit what's going on here this morning. We had the CPI at 8:30. A little bit of a bounce here, just kind of nestling down below that DMZ between 31, 33, and 42. And I like how this is acting. I like how the internals are acting. Russ Weisendorf, that's the guy's name. Man. How do you must, I mean, when that kind of stuff's going on for so long, to sleep at night, I mean, you're talking a handful of Ambien. I mean, how do you block that out? I mean, mentally, how do you block that out? It's incredible. Okay, got it, Larry. We're going to talk about American Express now. Here's, of the financials, I still continue to like this from the short side. We talked about, exactly. Still 66.67 was that resistance area we talked about, and this was, again, on the relative weakness situation. It caught a little bit of a bounce off the 62.90 area this week, but, again, we've kind of completed the trade. I want to just show you this. This is, again, kind of that kind of Wells Fargo, relative weakness relative to the sector, relative to the market, using some of these areas to pick battles. And now it's kind of a wait and see. We've kind of reached that neighborhood down there, so you got to wait and see if we can break 62.90 now on American Express. Coca-Cola. A little bit of a bounce yesterday, but again, I think this is still something just to kind of sit tight with on the short investment on this one. Go back to the scanner here. We're going to take a look at Abbott Laboratories, ABT. We're going to be right back, folks. We're sitting right at the bottom down here, and we're going to talk about that.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of The Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
Catch Larry Pesavento, a 40-year veteran trader. He uses pattern recognition, Gartley's, butterflies, ABCs, and Fibonacci in order to trade these markets. Trade what you see. Next on TFNN.
Hi guys, welcome back to the show. Taking a look at the Consumer Staples ETF. Talked about this getting down here, $52.99. Possible little bounce here happening with a little noise factor. Might be something to play defense on the long side below $52.99. Man, I just looked over to CNBC. Who was that woman on there? That was weird. Did you guys catch that, or was I seeing things? Yeah. Cocktail waitress on an oil rig. Here we go. So to sum up, right as we exit the show today, gold. Again, I'm still kind of waiting patiently on this one. In my opinion, got a little bit of a chance at 1309 for a little bit of a chance to trade this from the long side, and then you got 1295.96 down below. Still looking at this from the long side. The S&Ps like this area to play defense on the short side where we're at right now. The bean trade is kind of over on the little short-term bounce we talked about up in the 50, 51, 52, 53, coming back down into that weekly unfair low. A weekly close on this one's going to be pretty impacting. I'm not really looking to trade this from the long side, even on a short-term bounce anymore. Dollar, still looking at that from the long side. Like how it's acting a lot, defending some numbers there, 95.20. The XLE, holding up kind of decently here, but 69.03, we kind of, again, got below there and then rallied back up into it yesterday and sold off. Not a big fan of being long oil in any way. ExxonMobil, there's the weeklies, here's the dailies. Okay to be short, not okay to be long, this one. Alibaba. So, again, this is, when you get going in this manner past, I had an email about this one, get going in this manner and have a close above these, weekly unfair highs, and you retest, those are the powerful trades, and then this thing has just not looked back. We also had a profile appear below price action. This is kind of like the Coles trade. Not exactly, but same premise here. It's usually a bullish situation, and looks like we're trading 103.80 this morning. Here's the daily. Throw this out as a possible short. It is not too high. Netflix, talked about this when we got to get below 96.18 to look at this from the short side at all, and it's just kind of settling in here, trading above profiles, kind of churning around. Just wait patiently for a close below there. That will be the situation on Netflix. December corn, talked about this one, staying away from the long side. This thing just kind of creeping back down below this 330. And a weekly close below here. Guys, this thing could go into the high twos. Don't think it can't. Larry will tell you that the commodity world has a way of overextending things sometimes, and anything can happen. And it doesn't even have to make sense. So stay tuned for Larry. He's next. And we'll be back again Monday. Have a good weekend.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.